Hey, so what's with the stuffed animal?
Well, I got it yesterday as a gift for Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, like the movie?
No, just a holiday. Our friend's family is from Pennsylvania, so they take it pretty seriously.
And what's Pennsylvania have to do with Groundhog Day?
You know, Punxsutawney Phil, the groundhog that the whole holiday centered around.
Punxsutawney?
Yeah, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Small town, population around 6,000.
All right, you know what? We gotta talk about this later. We got a show to start.
Right. Well, hello everyone. I'm Rocco Feliciano.
I'm Meli. Welcome to APN show 16.
Are you an aquatically challenged senior who still hasn't done the swim survival test? Well, if you missed this Thursday's test, your next opportunity will be the next collaboration day on March 3rd. If you don't meet this graduation requirement, you'll not only be drowning in the ocean, but also in a sea of your parents' disappointment.
With the start of February, it also means we get to celebrate the history of African Americans. To learn more about Black History Month and recent events related to Black history, let's head to Joziah.
Thanks, anchors. Just as he said, now let's take a moment to honor and learn about the history of African American people. Come on. I decided the best way to learn about this history is to read some books, am I right? So I headed to our local Arcadia High School library to see what I could find. Upon opening my first book, however, I came to one burning question. Why is it so important that we learn about Black history? To answer this question, I talked to Mr. Green, a social science teacher here on campus, to see what he had to say.
For the same reason it's important to learn about history in general, so we are not doomed to make the same mistakes. Now it's Black History Month because Canada celebrates Black History Month. United Kingdom, Ireland all celebrate Black History Month, not just African Americans, but it's Black History Month.
Before 1970, Black History Month was only a week. But in 1976, President Gerald Ford showed his appreciation and extended it to which we now know as Black History Month. One of my favorite quotes from him is, "Honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history." Now, I want to cover major important activists that we all should know a little bit more about. First, let's cover one of the most notorious of all time, MLK. I'm sure you've heard of him. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King Jr. grew up in a time where racial segregation was everywhere he went, because of the law that stated that they were separate but equal. He decided to dedicate his life to fighting racial injustice through peace. And lastly, we have Jackie Robinson. Despite being born in Korea, Georgia, he grew up in Pasadena, California. Isn't that crazy? He attended UCLA and was the first to become a 4-sport letter winner in basketball, football, track and field, and as we all know, baseball. He joined the Army but was honorably discharged for refusing to sit on the back of the bus. Later on in his life, he went to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball, where he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Using his fame, Jackie Robinson became a full-fledged civil rights leader. If you guys want to visit this wonderful memorial for yourselves, come to downtown Pasadena, walk across from the City Hall building, and you too can experience this history. I hope you learned something new. This has been Joziah, and back to the anchors.
Hey, so what's with the stuffed animal?
Oh, I got it yesterday as a gift for Groundhog Day.
Like the movie? Wait, didn't we just do that?
What are you talking about? It's not 12:26. We're not doing run-throughs anymore.
It's not 12:26.
Listen, let's just start the show. I'm Rocco Feliciano.
Not Meli.
And this is show 16. If you're anything like me and enjoy only the most authentic of Mexican food, Link Crew is holding a Chipotle fundraiser next week, February 8th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can find the address down below, and don't forget that 33% of all sales go directly to our Arcadia High School Link Crew.
In light of the Lunar New Year, our very own Chinese Parents Booster Club has been working tirelessly for hours to help make the celebration a big one. Here's Heidi with the details.
On Saturday, Arcadia's very own Chinese Parents Booster Club hosted Lunar New Year Festival fundraiser in honor of Lunar New Year. The festival is one of the many ways to build connection with the Chinese community in Arcadia.
The Chinese Parent Booster Club's goal is to be a bridge between the school and the Chinese-speaking parents. They held fundraisers like this festival to help support different school organizations such as band, orchestras, and even APN. To find out more about what made this festival possible, we asked the presidents of the club about what kind of plans were made for the event.
Our our volunteer parents have started planning this since the start of the school year in August. We had to come up with a theme and determine a location for our festivities. Since the pandemic, we're not able to have indoor banquet like we used to. The planning involving reaching out to communities for sponsors, as well as contacting student groups to perform and our community businesses to put an ad in our program. Therefore, we're raising money for Arcadia High School students. So lots and lots of preparation that went into this. So I hope everyone will enjoy today.
The festival was held to celebrate Chinese New Year and had performances from band, orchestras, choir, and more. There was also a lion dance performed by Master Fong and his Kung Fu students. Some of the booths have fun carnival games, while others sell succulents, handmade soap, and gift baskets to help raise money for the organization. If you're wondering when the next event will be,
we have actually meetings every month, but our next upcoming one will be the spring preview that we'll be joining. And there we will welcome new parents and introduce us to Chinese-speaking parents, kind of explain to them what we do and help them if they have any questions.
新年快乐，万事如意 ，Happy New Year!
Thank you so much for the Chinese Parents Booster Club for hosting this festival. If you want to connect with the Chinese community in Arcadia, make sure to check out their website at the link down below. This has been Heidi, back to the studio.
Hey, so what's with the stuffed? We've done this already.
That's not the line, Robert.
No. We've already done this twice now.
We haven't even started the show. Look, I know it's your first time anchoring outside of sports, but it's not that stressful.
That has nothing to do with it. This is the third intro we've done.
Listen, just take a deep breath. I'll even do the first read for you. Now, hello everyone. I'm Rocco Feliciano, and he's Robert Meli. Welcome to show 16. After having to cancel her visit to AHS last week in the wake of the Monterey Park dance hall shooting, Congresswoman Judy Chu will now be holding her Q&A session today at 4 p.m. after school in the lecture hall. The event is hosted by Arcadia Young Democrats, and we hope to see you there.
While working out is a great habit to establish, it can be hard to keep a daily routine going. Here's Ethan and Adam with some tips to help you maintain your fitness goals.
Did you know that 95% of all New Year's resolutions are fitness-based, and only 10% of them get finished?
So to help out, we have some tips and tricks to help you stay in shape and get started.
The first step is to weigh yourself every week in order to keep track of your progress. Apps like MyFitnessPal are great options. You're so heavy, bro!
Second thing is eating. Learn, plan, and carry through with a diet structure that fits your specific goal. You don't have to restrict yourself to an all-grain diet, but always make the right choices with your goal in mind.
Can I have some?
No.
The third is to always be consistent with your workouts. Make sure to distribute your workouts throughout different days of the week. For example, chest and triceps on one day, back and biceps on the second day, and legs and abs on the third day.
You can repeat that split 2 times a week, but make sure to leave a day out for rest. The point is, you need to allow your muscle time to recover. Proper recovery time will allow higher capacity of performance, thus the gains. Remember, as long as you're staying true to your plan, you're progressing. Trust the process, and you can start doing one-handed pull-ups just like me.
Hey, so what's with the stuffed? Again?
Robert, we're live.
No. You don't understand. Every time we get back from a story, we do another intro.
Hey, Robert, what are you doing? Follow the script. We're live.
We're already halfway through the show. Just look at the time.
Yeah, halfway through the show. Just get back on track, or else.
Okay, well, I'm Rocco Feliciano.
And I'm Robert Meli.
And you're tuning in to show 16.
ASB will be doing their usual round of Valentine's carnation grams. You can purchase one from any ASB member for $2 anytime between February 1st and 10th. They sell out quickly, so get your hands on them while you can.
So Robert, I can see from the anchor's desk that we've got some special guests over at Sports. Would be a shame if we kept them waiting, huh?
Rocco, we're already 2/3 into the show.
Well, Robert, I think you need to fix your sleep schedule. Your internal clock seems to be way out of whack.
There's nothing wrong with sleep schedule. You just keep doing intros after every story.
Look, no need to be embarrassed. Let's just start off the show with sports for a change. Take it away, Andrea.
Thanks, guys. This week is not like the others, especially for these 3 lucky individuals. Here's Hayden to congratulate them.
Thanks, Andrea. These senior Apaches have performed exceptionally well and are being recognized for their hard work as they continue to pursue their sports career in college. Derek Ganther Jr., who played wide receiver for the Apaches with an incredible 1,772 receiving yards throughout his 4 years on the football team, was just signed to Eastern Washington University, where LA Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp once attended. Derek will continue to pursue football and compete in the NCAA Division I Big Sky Conference. Next up, Devin Eskridge, committed to California State San Marcos, and will be playing baseball in the California Collegiate Athletic Association. This being his 3rd year on the team, Devin has been crucial as an outfielder and was a part of last year's team that narrowly lost against San Dimas in the playoffs. Last but not least, Jacqueline Guerrero, our newest member on the Apaches softball team, received a full ride to Briarcliff University in Iowa and will be playing in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Congratulations, Apaches, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Make sure to go check out next week's sports signing ceremony. For now, let's send it back to Andrea for the rest of our sports recap.
Thank you, Hayden. This week is just jam-packed with lots of sports action. Water polo has been dominating the Pacific League recently. Here's Nicole for more.
Thanks, Andrea. Yesterday, the Apache girls water polo team played in the Pacific League Finals against John Burroughs.
The girls entered the game as second place in the league, with a record of 6-1. Winning this game would secure them as co-league champions. The last time Apache girls water polo won league was the 2019 to 2020 school year, and prior to that, they hadn't won in over 50 years. The captain, Liv Hernandez, said she entered the game feeling confident that their consistent practice will pay off. Arcadia and Burroughs went back and forth for a while and were tied up at the start of the second quarter. Ultimately though, Apaches won 11-9, taking home the Pacific League title once again.
Congratulations to Apache girls water polo on co-league champs. This has been Nicole. Back to Andrea in the studio.
Thanks, Nicole. Basketball is one of the sports that we definitely should highlight this week as they have been stealing the scene with their recent wins. Let's go to David for this week's basketball update.
Thanks, Andrea. This past Tuesday, our boys basketball team played a great game against Burroughs. Let's go and see how they did.
Although Burroughs fought hard, our boys managed to fight back and take the win. Maintaining their winning streak from last week, the team showed their strength against Burroughs. Making great plays and keeping their lead throughout the match, the game finished with a final score of 83-64, putting their league record at 19 wins and 8 losses.
Once again, we've seen some tough fighting from our Apaches. They've had a great season so far. Anyway, let's head back to you, Andrea.
Thank you, David. Speaking of basketball, today we're in studio with boys basketball players Sky Clay and Timothy Kwan. So Sky, what do you believe improved from last year's team?
Where we were more dedicated and determined to win the first round of playoffs and luckily go to the finals.
Timothy, what was something you learned from playing basketball that helped you outside of the court?
I learned to make sacrifices. I had to make sacrifices to make our team better, make myself better. So I think that helped me outside the court too.
Lastly, what do you guys believe was the highlight of the season so far?
When we beat PHS.
Thank you. Alright, before we end the sports section, here are the scores for this week. On Tuesday, girls soccer won an away game against Burroughs 1-0, while girls basketball nearly lost against Burroughs but ending with 50-44. Boys soccer also blew out Burroughs 0-7. Lastly, girls water polo won their league prelims 6-8 against CV. Yesterday, girls basketball sadly lost 47-77 against CV, while boys basketball also suffered a loss with the score being 55-60. Boys soccer lost 30-0 against CV as well, but girls soccer tied 0-0 against them. Before I go, if you're interested in trying out for Pep Squad, an informational meeting will happen on February 23rd at 7 p.m. in the lecture hall. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. Make sure to support our Apache boys at their next game. This has been Andrea reporting for Apache Sports. Back to the anchors.
Hey, so what's with Okay, man, we can't be doing this a fifth time.
Robert, that's not the line. Wait.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, we just came back from sports.
Okay, well, you know what? That's all for this week.
You know, I think I'm gonna return this stuffed animal.
Yeah, you know what? I think that'd be the best.
Well, make sure to follow us on all our social medias down below.
And happy Groundhog Day, Apaches. We'll see you next week on show 17.